Hey, what's up guys, Kenneth here with the LEGO Republic, bringing you another LEGO Star Wars review. In today's review, we will be taking a look at the 75039 V-Wing Starfighter. This LEGO set was released on January 1st, 2014, and it retailed for $25. Comes with two minifigures, a V-Wing pilot and an astromech droid. We'll take a look at both of them, and the set has 201 pieces. That is all the information you need to know. Let's go into the minifigures. Usually for sets like this that I don't have a box for, I will simply put the box art in a picture on the end screen or the beginning. So if you want to take a look at the box art, that's where that is going to be. Here is the first minifigure. We have the pilot of the V-Wing, and he's rather dull looking in my opinion. You've got kind of a weird looking face. If you take it off, it just kind of looks like a ghost, I think. And there's no back face, which is bit unfortunate, but you know, whatever. You can put the helmet back on and you'll see the helmet. Really the only cool thing about it is that it has those little Red Republic insignia things, and besides those little Red Republic insignia things, I think most people would consider this figure to be an Imperial figure of some sort, which kind of is what LEGO's going for. I think just this figure in general is more like close to the Imperial tie than it is to an actual like phase 1 clone trooper, because it's phase 2, but instead of it being like 50-50, I'd say it's closer to the Imperials. He comes with a little blaster, nice torso print, but this figure is just so gray and white, it's kind of boring. And he's kind of scary looking, honestly, like that really scary face. I don't know, I prefer the other clone pilots over this one. Don't get me wrong, I think he's cool. He's a cool looking astromech. There's just so many red astromechs out there. It looks pretty similar to the astromech that came in the Tatooine Battle Pack, and if you got a bunch of those, then there's really no reason that you need this figure at all. It's kind of basic. Really though, he's kind of just an exact R2, but in red, although a few of the other red astromech units that they've made have not been perfect. But this one is pretty much exactly identical to the R2 figure. And I mean, it's a really nice figure. I do enjoy it, but I mean, it's just another astromech figure, and it's, you know, pretty boring. The ship itself is a bit small for $25. You're not getting much else besides the V-Wing here. In fact, you don't get anything else except the astromech droid. It's very nice that they actually include the entire astromech droid. However, the entire thing cannot fit in the socket. Only the head they have put on this little turntable here, so it can spin around and, you know, look at whatever droids are coming or whatever. So you can pop the head on there. You see a little Republic logo in the back. You can I just moved those so I could put it on easier. But you move those little things down, then you can take your pilot. And there's a very awesome seat for him. Just two studs on the front two feet, and he sits in there pretty nicely. And it's a very large cockpit piece, in my opinion. In fact, it's really large, and I don't know why they needed such a large cockpit piece, but it does the job. And I mean, the stickers are exactly perfect. They know exactly like the difference between this armor here. There's one sticker that's like 1/4 armor and then 1/4 control panel. So you see about 2 control panels that are kind of stickered on there. We got a ton of stickers in the front here on all of these to give it a nice detail. But yeah, that's pretty much how you're going to be able to put your figs in. It's not very different from any other little starfighter like this. You've got some landing gear on the bottom here and here. However, this and this does make it so that the 2-point landing gear is okay, because even if you push it this way, then this will come into play, because it's, you know, maybe less than 1/10 of a centimeter higher than this. So it doesn't sit on these, but you can't knock it over because then it will sit on those, right? So it's a pretty solid landing, even though it is 2-point landing gear. So props to LEGO for that. You'll see one more feature on the set. It's going to be the spring-loaded shooters and this back area. I guess they're kind of two different features, but we all know what spring-loaded shooters do. You push down on them, and like that, they shoot out and, you know, kill your enemies and all the good stuff. And then the final feature, which I'm sure you've all seen by this point, is you can actually turn these like this and get the proper V-wing formation. As far as I'm concerned, this is pretty much identical to how the actual V-wing works. So good job with LEGO for actually including that. It's pretty nice. So you would have it landed like this, and then when it comes up, it goes like this, and then boom, zooms off, and you know, fights its battles and does everything right and correctly, and it's awesome, right? So yeah, I am missing a few. Like, this is supposed to be all gray, I believe, but I do have 2 substituted pieces. Not sure why, but there you go. These flaps can move. This is not a intended feature, but you could have it like this or something, and then these also move as well, so you could have something like this. But yeah, it's pretty cool that you can, you know, kind of like do this thing and get some nice angles at opposing, you know, fighters and things like that. But yeah, besides the spring-loaded shooters, and now looking back on it, $25 for this thing is probably too much money. Like 20 would be good, then it'd be 201 pieces to the $20. It would have been 10 cents per piece. That's the price per part ratio. But actually it's not, because they charged you $25 for this model. So, I mean, it is a good model, but it's not like the best model looking back on it. I don't actually have a lot of nostalgia for this one, or like favor this one really at all. It's not one of my favorite ships in my opinion. It's just kind of there. And I mean, I'm gonna say I would probably give it a 5 out of 10. Like, it's not the best ship in the world. I just don't use it a lot due to its weird ability where it's vertical. I mean, I think it looks good, but like something like the TIE Fighter, you could set it down and it would hold up by the wings. This, it's really hard to play with, because if you have to set it down, then you have to like take your other hand and go like this. And so because of that, I usually use Headhunters or some sort of other Republic ship for my space battles. I don't do them much anymore, which is a bit sad, but I think my brother is the same way. When he does his LEGO Star Wars space battles, he will be using different ships other than the V-Wing. He only uses the V-Wing when he's using everybody, which is a decent amount of the time. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smash the like, hit the subscribe button, do all the things, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.